Hello everyone and welcome to this week's game development log video diary, and this week I've been doing some work on the attack system. I didn't have a huge amount of time to work on the game this week, so the attacks are still in a very early stage of development, and also all the art and animations at this point are of course just placeholders, but I did manage to implement quite a bit of new functionality that I can show you guys right now. So the first thing that I did this week was to redo the attack bar, which is the thing at the very bottom of the screen that shows you your available attacks. At the moment I'm not holding any weapons, so I only have this one terrifying looking punch attack, but if I go ahead and wield a weapon it will show all the available attacks for that particular weapon. So you can now use the mouse wheel to scroll up and down through the attacks, and then you can right click to activate the selected attack, or you can just press whichever key the attack is bound to. So here you can see that I'm activating the attacks just using the keyboard. You can also queue up to 2 attacks, so if I try to activate another attack while I'm already attacking, then that second attack will automatically be carried out as soon as the first attack is finished. Like before, there are also attacks that need to be charged, and they'll be indicated by some sort of icon like this lightning symbol here. So when you activate one of these attacks, it first has to charge up, and you can see when it's charged because the border will start to pulse green, and then you can fire the attack at any time by activating it again. And this will be used mainly for the more powerful attacks, and probably more for magic and ranged attacks. And speaking of ranged attacks, I also implemented projectile attacks this week. So projectiles can be an actual model like this arrow that I'm firing now, or they could just be a particle emitter like this, or they could also be both as well. Projectiles all have a certain range, and after that range they'll just kind of fade away into nothing. They also all have collision detection, so if a projectile hits any object or wall or anything else in the world, then it will stop and it will emit some sort of explosion particle effect. And you have to imagine that in the future these attacks will all have crisp animations and some nice sound effects, and also some much improved visual effects, because in April I'm going to spend at least a month working just on visual effects, as well as creating an attack editor tool, which should mean that I'll end up with a load of very exciting looking attacks. Away from the attack system, I also added an anti-aliasing option this week, which makes the edges of objects look much smoother and less pixelated. So this is what that hill over there looked like before adding anti-aliasing, and this is what it looks like now with anti-aliasing, obviously a lot smoother. And finally this week, I added in a few more of the models and animations that you guys have been making for the game. So there's this lovely desert house here, which will go very nicely in the desert town that I'm going to be creating soon. There's this fantastic set of armour, which I'm sure we'll be seeing more of in future devlogs. There's this very nice new shadow staff. And finally, there's this Mage Attack Animation, which we saw earlier. And if anyone else would like to have a go at making some models or animations for the game, especially attack animations because the game's going to be needing a lot of them soon, then do send me an email and I'll send you all of the necessary information. So that is it for this week. Next week I'm going to be continuing with the attack system, and you can see updates and extra videos of that during the week on any of my social media pages. Links are in the description below. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Have an absolutely wonderful week, and I will see you all next time.